Hi YouTube, Elenin update. Now, how come Elenin is the only or the only astronomer so far to have taken a photograph of Elenin? I went out today in the garden and the moon was out. You could clearly see. I've done a video for you. You see that, but my point is that this is clear evidence that the moon's there, right? But no one's took a photograph to prove me wrong about Mercury, whether that's there. No one says, yeah, look, here's a photograph, and you know what, they're not going to be able to either, because it's in front of the sun, so they're not going to be able to take a photograph of it. But is there no one on this earth that can take a photograph of Mercury at the moment? Haven't they got filters on the cameras that they can filter out a bit of light if they really want to do it? Because at the moment everybody's just relying on what NASA show them, or their computer generated programs. Let's just take Mercury for instance. If that has disappeared from our solar system and you're running a computer program, well, unless you put the data in to say it's no longer there, then it's going to keep showing it you. The only way you're going to have to be able to prove me wrong is take a photograph. But that's the only way, like I have with the moon today. Okay, let's just go through a bit of the data in here. We're looking at the Earth's magnetosphere. As you can see, not a lot happening really on that. That's pretty normal. If we look at the earthquakes, Saturday had two large ones. There you can see 7.1 and 7.0. Not a lot happening on SOSOFT. There's been a couple of B-class flares. Nothing really too much to write home about. Right, so we get to Elenin. As you can see, Elenin is just tracking past the orbit of Venus. We have had a couple of earthquakes which could quite easily have related to Elenin, but moving on, we're looking forward to the 26th of September, whereby the Earth, Elenin and the Sun, and nearly, as you can see, Mercury align. And at that point perhaps we'll get some more disturbances, you know, volcanic, possibly earthquake, who knows. But there is an interesting point here to make about Elenin, and that is going further on to November. We could, when Elenin passes our orbit and leaves, you know, its debris trail, we could experience comets similar to those that I pointed out on Saturday's video, the 20th of August. Now my main issue is that somebody told me that those comets that went into the sun was part of a debris trail that had came off a comet that went into the sun, a large comet that went into the sun 2 weeks prior to that large comet going into the sun. So there was a debris trail over 2 weeks long. There still could be more comets going in there, but the point is, we're going to pass the debris trail of comet Elenin, and NASA have already recorded over 1,000 comets in that one we had now 2.5 weeks ago in its debris trail. So that's what we could be looking at, being pummeled by over 1,000 comets in its debris trail. Smaller ones, but still could be significant. So, as many people know already, comet Elenin's travelling around 27,000 miles an hour. So if you're getting, you know, thousands of debris chunks, possibly the size of cars, lorries, you know, it doesn't have to be 2 kilometres long objects falling out the sky. Believe me, an object the size of a basketball can create a large, you know, crater in the ground once it hits. So that's probably enough to make you want to build, you know, underground bomb shelters, you know, to try and protect yourself from some of these. And you know, you're probably only going to do that if you don't get a direct hit, because, you know, even the best military installations aren't going to be protected from a direct hit, believe me. in my view, I think that's what we're going to be concerned with, debris fields, and not just off Elenin, off other meteorites. Sorry, other meteors, because it's only called a meteorite once it's hit the ground, but meteor if it's in space. But my point is, it's the debris fields that we've got to be concerning ourselves with, and I think that's what NASA's concerning themselves with and telling people to prepare for. And as I've said, you know, as we've seen with the Sun, these debris trails that these comets leave behind are real, and we've seen 2 of them going into the Sun, which are pointed out on the 20th of August, which were incidentally were now named Maverick 1 and Maverick 2. But there you go. If there is any more information that comes out today on the 22nd of August, you know I'll get it to you. Bye for now.